Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. When I was in fifth or sixth grade, I started to rebel against my parents. It started out as I would stay up all night because I knew my parents didn't allow me to stay up really late. And at the time, we had just gotten connected to the internet, and I love to play Yahoo games. So this was in the late 1990s. On Yahoo, you used to be able to play all sorts of classical board games and card games, and this was long before I started programming AI for some of these games. Right? I wish they were still around. I would love to see how my AI fares against some of these games, but I distinctly remember I had a number of friends on there. I had a friend on there who was really good in chess. I think he was from Russia, and I was staying up till 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and we were in the Eastern time zone. And the Russian guy I was playing against, he would play a few rounds before heading off to work in the morning. So I often got to see him during the late at night, and he was so good at it. He would see tactics that were many, 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 many moves ahead. I had a lot of good times doing that. So when I was staying up really late, oftentimes the TV would be playing all sorts of infomercials. This was the 1990s. Back in those good old days, you had infomercials all night about all sorts of stuff. And I noticed an interesting pattern. You would have commercials of all sorts of fast food restaurants, McDonald's, and all sorts of junk food, sodas, and all sorts of other crap that, right? And then followed by an infomercial about how to lose weight. And then sometimes you would have a holiday, let's say it's Memorial Day or Labor Day, and there would be this furniture sale. Oh, you can buy now, get a credit card, pay it off in 100 years, right? And then after that, there would be a commercial about getting out of debt. And there would be commercials about what you could do late at night, right? Tomorrow, 3 a.m. tomorrow night, we're going to play whatever movie on this television station. And right after that, there would be a commercial about sleeping pills, right? It made me realize that half of our lives we get ourselves in trouble, and the other half we get out of it. And it's just frustrating. And it made me realize that there aren't too many people who are in between these two camps, right? You have people who are swiping up the credit cards and people who are busy paying them down. I rarely see anybody in between that. And so a few years after that, now that I had I was in college and I wanted to clean up my diet, and I realized that when I looked around, I saw people who ate very healthy and I saw people who ate very unhealthy, and I didn't see too many people in between. Now, sometimes I go to a party and people say, come on, live a little bit, eat a little bit of junk food. And then I look at these people, how's it working on you? I mean, I usually don't say it unless they ask me for advice. And but it made me realize I knew this from a very young age that yes, an occasional soda probably isn't going to kill you. An occasional trip to McDonald's probably isn't going to kill you. The problem is, does that answer even exist? Is probably more the correct question to ask, right? All right, this is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.